we're going to do today is we're covering just videos in Schoology. And so we'll look at it from the point of view of what can you do in Schoology, and then how you can add different videos, and then we'll spend the last good bit of maybe half the time on screencasting. And not so much screencasting, but the different tools we have available for us to use to get, to record videos and get them into Schoology. So I'm going to include Google Meet, Loom, Screencastify, Screencast-O-Matic, and Wevideo in there. All right, so here we go. So I'm in updates in the course, and you have this microphone here to record audio video. And to use it, you just click on it, click audio only or audio video, and then you just start recording. When you're done, hit stop recording. You can then check your video out. When you're done, and if you like it, hit insert. If you don't, X out and try again. So if I insert that, there it is down here. Now there's something important here that gives you some ability to do different things. That the WebM. This type of file cannot be played within Schoology. Even though it's recorded as a WebM, you can't play it in Schoology. You can only play MP4s. So I'll show you how that plays in a minute. But this time, I just want to post some information here. Watch the video and post that. Okay, I'm not going to post this one, but when I do, it would look like this. But actually, let me post it here. Initially, it looks like this. You have this little swirly thing that says the file's being converted into a viewable format. It should be ready shortly. So it takes a few seconds for this to get converted. This link right here is a download link. Same right here. If I click on this, it downloads it. It goes to to my computer to download. So I might have had someone trying to join here. 1 second. There we go. Right, so it takes a minute for this to convert. Once it does convert, it looks like this. You click on it, and then you can play the video. All right. Let me refresh here. And now the video is ready. So now we'll play. We'll still have the download link there. So this recording tool, let me show you where else it appears. If I go to Materials, it'll appear in Assignments, in Test Quiz, Assessments, Discussions, and Pages. All those places you can add videos. But I want to point out something that I really don't like about the way Schoology works, and a workaround for it. So let's say add an assignment. And I could do any of these I just mentioned, but add assignment. And I'll call this assignment. I don't know what I'm up to, E. All right. And let's say I want to put a video along with this. So I'll hit a recording, start recording, and I'll stop here and insert that, and I'll save that. So here we go, assignment E. What I don't like about it is here's how it shows. That's it. This will eventually be, it'll say view once it goes through its conversion process. Might be. We'll give it a second. Let me see if I have one already done. I think I did that with this right here. Yeah, so here's one already done. It has view. So and this is what the student will see. If I click this, it downloads it. So the student needs to know to click this little tiny view button here. All right. And I don't like the way that looks, to be honest. So if here this is a WebM file, but when I view it, if I right click on it and say save video as, it's a MP4 file. So their conversion process converts the WebM file into an MP4 file. Well, here's what I would do. And this is a little workaround. I have the directions listed in the agenda. If I right click on this and say save video as, I'll just say this was assignment. I'll just say this is assignment E. And I'll save that. All right, I'll come right back here. I'm going to delete this attachment now. Edit the video. Put it right here. Image media, attach file. There's E, open. And so just with a couple clicks, I now have the video in this area as opposed to an attachment. I can come here and say, make this a little bigger as well. So I have some ability to modify it a bit. And I'll say, insert that and save changes. And now the video this is how it's going to be seen, as opposed to that link, the little tiny view link with just a quick download and re-upload. I have now the video within the window. So it looks like a video. The kids will recognize it right away what to do with it. They won't need to know to click on that little view link. So there's just a little workaround that personally I would probably do every time I recorded a video that showed us that little view link. That's probably how I would handle it to make it a lot more user-friendly. Hopefully this will be in place eventually. I have someone else try to join there. Because this is how it works in their assessments. So let me show you that. I should mention too that assignment when students click submit, they'll have their submit button to submit their assignment. They also have a little recorder button right there as an option to submit a recording. So students can also submit videos back to you. In test directions, let me go to materials again. So I have a test here I started to set up. In the settings area, if I want to put video directions for my students, again, I have a recording here, but I downloaded it and put it into here to preview that, to make a video in the directions for the test. All right. So this, if I didn't download it and re-upload it here, it would show like this. All it would say is this name, which is a download link. Who would want to download a video during a test? And then you have this view link. So I would just X that out and leave it just like this after I downloaded and re-uploaded that video. All right. Back to materials here. Assessments have been built much more recently, and assessments work a lot differently. So let's look at an assessment. So I have a multiple choice example here. And let me preview this. There's a video that I have in this question, but let me show you how this works though. So I'm gonna edit this one, let me get rid of this. Okay, so normally you put a question here, your text of your question, right? But I want to put a video in here as well. So to do a video, you have this button right here, and you can put it in you can put it here. You can also put it in your options as well. You have the same tool here to insert video in your options or in your question itself. So maybe I'm a world language teacher, and I want to have different audio responses here for the students to listen to pick the right one. You can do that with this tool. So I'll show up here in the top area, but you can do this in your responses as well. So right here, I can say video player, record video, and record. And it's now recording. I could pose my question here or whatever I want to the students and stop when I'm done. And scroll down, there's okay. And it's going to take a second to optimize it. Hit OK though again. And now I have a video in there. So if I preview this question, there's that video in the question prompt, or in the prompt for the question. Like I said, I could also put it in the answers themselves. So this way, you see, I recorded it, and goes right into an MP4 that works right within the question. I don't have to download and re-upload it, or I don't get that silly link or the download option. It just goes right into a video. So I assume over time they're going to replace what we've seen here in these other types with that type of a recording tool. But we'll see. I know they do plan to revamp this whole platform for courses. They were planning on doing it sometime last year, but they put it off in order to make it better than what they had originally come up with. So we'll see that coming probably eventually. So there's all about getting videos or recording videos within Schoology. Assessments works the best. but the other ones, works well. But if you see that view link, I have that trick there you can use as a workaround to get it to show as a video in your content. One other way, let's see if I have where did I put that? Let me go back to updates. Yeah. So now I'm not gonna bother that. There's another way you can. I'm not sure it's gonna work. I think it's a little simpler, but use a workaround in the notes. All right, let's get to adding videos. So let's say you have a video in your Google Drive. So you got it there from any way you recorded a video and either uploaded it or the tool you're using recorded it automatically to your Google Drive. So for example, I can take this Meet recording when I'm all done, and that will be in my Google Drive. I can then upload that to Schoology. So some people use Meet as a way to record themselves because it does save right to your Google Drive, and then it's easy for them to get it into Schoology. So let's look at this here, though. Go to Materials and Google Video link. So here's one where I just copy the link to. Let me get to this here. Okay. I got to find the video here. 1 second. I'm looking on my other screen here. There we go. Let me pull this over. All right. So I have a sample video here in my Google Drive. I can come here and there's this video, and I want to put that in my Google Drive. So I could just right here copy the link. All right, copy that link, done, and and here say add materials, add link, paste that link in, and give it a title. So Google Video. All right. So here it is down the bottom. If I try and play that, I get the frowny face. All right, I have to pop it out. So what I would have to do there is change that to, let me edit that, and change that to not display in Schoology, display in new window. Now I have the Google Video, and I click on that, it pops out to a new window, and then it will play. But I have a separate window here that I have to deal with now. So let me delete that one, because I already had a sample up here. So what I like to do is embed it into the video into a page. So let me open up, I have a blank page here. I want to embed it into this page. Let me edit this page, and I want to get it into here. So let me go back to the other screen I was on. So if I open up, I want to get the embed code for a video. If you open it up, you then have to say, click here and say open in new window. And then you can say embed item. All right, copy that code out of this and back to this page I was editing. And two ways to get it in. I can just click this little, if you're okay with web code, with HTML, you can just click this button, paste it in, and you have it ready to go. Or you can come here, insert content, image media from the web, media, and paste that in. Right, insert media, there it is. And I can do what I want at this point, change the size of it, but I'll save that for now. And now I have the video right within Schoology. I don't click off the separate page. So if the student clicks on this, it plays right within in Schoology there. So I prefer that way to the link to the Google file. Let me get my notes here again. All right. So, oh, the other way I meant to mention is this. You can get the video in from import file, and that works well, or import from Google Drive Resource app. But I like to put on the page because I can put more notes here about this video. I can put, information I want the students to know as they're watching the video or to think about. So I can do more on a page than I can on a just a import from Google Drive Resource app. So what I'm talking about is this. I can say add materials, import from resources, apps, Google Drive Resource app. This was called video. I can select this one and say import file. And that's another way you can get Google videos in. And so here it is. If I play it, it's just the video. I don't have any ability to add any text or anything else to it. And you have the download and view link there as well. But so I prefer the page because it looks the same. It actually, you get rid of some of these extra borders and all, but you do get the ability to add more information on the page. So I like the page better than these other methods. So, but they all work. For those of you who don't know about Play Pause It, you can take videos into Play Pause It and put questions in them. So that as students watch the videos, they have to answer questions as they go. So Play Pause It is another way to get videos into Schoology. And if I want to do that, I'll give you a quick look at how that works. Add materials, external tool. Up top, you click Play Pause It, give it a name. And hit submit. You can enable grading so the grades pass back as well. Once you do that, you go to this. That's assuming you've already created a video and Play Pause It. They're called bulbs. So I say set bulb link. I would go to my bulbs, find a video, and on the right, I would say set bulb link. Oh, it's already linked. Let me pick a different one. Or there we go. Self-paced, so they're going to have to go through at their own pace and link it, and it's ready to go. So this is what it looks like for you as a teacher, because you're going to monitor them. But if I want to preview it, I have the video here that, oops, I turned the volume down. I coach pole vaulting, so anyway. So there'll be a question here they have to answer as they go, and just another way to get a video in there. So, all right. Last one to talk about is phone. So adding a video from your phone. Let's say you're outside, and you want to record a video about something going on, and you record it's on your phone. Well, the problem with that is the phone file size is huge for most phones. My Android phone records at about 60, the way I have it set, about 60 megs per minute. I know the default on an iPhone, I believe, is 130 megs a second or a minute. So the limit on Schoology is 512 megs, I believe, to upload a video. So you'll hit your limit in just a couple minutes at 130 megs per minute, a few minutes. So you can change your settings on your phone to reduce the file size, but it still often ends up being a monstrous file size. You can even go into your Schoology app on your phone and record there. And you have the ability to just hit a record button. So it adds an attachment really easily. It comes in like this, though. Here's one I recorded last night on my phone in the pitch black. And so it shows this way. When you're recording your phone using the Schoology app, the video does come in, but it looks like this. This is a 4-second video, 26 megs. So, 6.5 megs a second times 60 seconds. That's a lot of megs. So you're over 300 megs there for just a 1-minute video. So not good. So the way I'm actually recording this myself in this webinar is through my phone. I don't have a webcam. And I'm using my phone as a webcam, using a tool called, I have it in the notes, Droid Cam. And the cool thing about Droid Cam is I can record, right here into Schoology using my phone. I don't have to use just the video camera, on the phone alone. I'm using it connected with Schoology or whatever other tool I'm using. So I could right now, if I wanted to, and it connects through my Wi-Fi. So I could take my phone, walk outside, and record a video, and it'll be recording right in Schoology. So that's something to look into if you want to, be able to move around and have your videos that you take on your phone go right into Schoology. So I could talk more about that at the very end if you'd like. I can spend more time on it now. We're going to get into screencasting now, and that's really what this was kind of advertised as. But I want to go over the different ways to get videos into Schoology. And the other one obviously is uploading. So I didn't mention that, but you get from Google Drive or getting it from an uploader, the two real main ways to get videos in. So to upload a video, I showed you that earlier when I downloaded and re-uploaded that one video. So you just go to your insert content, image media, and hit attach file. That'll go to your computer to upload the video. All right, so let's get into screencasting now. So I'm going to cover 5 of them. The first 3 rather quickly, and the last 2 I'll spend a lot more time on. So some people have used Google Meet, and I mentioned that earlier. Just use the recording tool in Google Meet, and it's right here. It's already being recorded, but I hit start recording. It records it. It could be a meet of just you. You don't have to have anyone else in the meet. It'll record you. So a picture of your face as you talk. When it's done, it saves to your Google Drive. You can then get into Schoology the way I showed you earlier with getting a video from Google Drive. So that's all I'm going to say about Meet. The next one is one I like to use a lot. Let me get back to here. And that's Loom. Loom is a way to get a video done real quickly and simply without any fuss. So let me show you how Loom works real quickly. It's an extension. It's free for educators. The pro version is free for staff and students. We do not have it approved for students though, because it does be storing videos on their servers, and we don't have any agreement with them to store confidential, student data, which their picture of themselves is PII. So, but for staff, it's fine. So Loom. All right, I'm ready to go. I have the ability to record myself down here. I can turn that on or off, or actually up here, screen cam, screen only, or camera only. All right, so let's do screen and cam, and full desktop, that's good, or current tab, I'll do full desktop. So basically I hit the button, say start recording, and on my other screen I have to pick which screen I want to record. Let me start that, and here we go, 3, 2, 1, and I'm now recording. I can do what I want here. When I'm done, I just say finish, and that's it. I'm done. I have a video ready to go. I can copy the link, put that in Schoology, or I can download this. It's getting converted here, but once it's done, I can download it and then upload it into Schoology. There it is. So I can play it here. All right, and then I can, if I want to download it from here onto my computer and upload it in Schoology. So very simple to get a quick video. I use this a lot when I'm doing just a real quick demo I want to send out to somebody through email. Record it, copy the link, and send it to them. Takes no time to do. So real simple. That's Loom. And you have some other things you can do here. You have a trim feature, so I can trim the beginning and the end of the video. Right now, I have comments enabled, so I would normally turn probably all the stuff off if I'm gonna give a video to a student. Save that. So if I copy this link, and let me show you how a student would see it. I'll go into my demo account. I'll just paste it in here. Let's say they went to this link from Schoology. They would see it just like this. Just a little video with a title, no ability to comment, and that's it. You play it, and so really nice to be able to get this, to have that quick video get for students. And how would I add that? You would just say add materials, add link, put your link in, title, and not display it in Schoology because it won't play in Schoology. Add that. And then they have a link to Loom. All right, now for me, it's going to go to my version of it, but they would see what I showed you just a minute ago. All right, so there's Loom. Let's move on to Screencastify. Many of you have been using this one already. This is actually one that I don't use much because I use Loom instead. But Screencastify is just about, it does more than Loom does, I believe. But really, you have to have the pro version to do a whole lot. Like I said, Loom is free. The pro version is free for educators, so you can do unlimited length recordings, as many as you want. Screencastify, you have a 5-minute limit, and I don't know if there's a numbers limit how many you can do, but let's get into Screencastify. All right, so here, same idea, your 5-minute limit. You have microphone, webcam included, so webcam only, desktop, just a tab. So same kind of idea as what we saw in Loom. And I'm going to record, and I'll pick screen 2 again. For some reason my webcam showed on the other screen. Here we go. And now I'm recording. Yeah, you do have a few more things in Screencastify. Down here, I have the ability to draw, so I can draw something here if I want to explain something to the students. You don't have that in Loom. At least you do actually, but not the way I showed you. If you go to, there's a way to get that. Eraser, get rid of that. All right. So you have some different tools here. I have a focus mouse. So different things you can do while you're recording. And how do I stop this when I'm done? Let me get out of this here. All right. And when you're done, I guess I just go up here and stop. All right. Now, something that's kind of cool, on my other screen, it says saving on Drive. So it's being saved right now to my Google Drive. There it is right here, saving to Drive. So automatically goes to Google Drive. So that's kind of nice, right? You also get the embed code right here as well. So rather than having to go to Drive and get the embed code, I can just say get the embed code, and there it is. And now with that done, copy that, I guess, with that button. I can go to Schoology and Screencastify. I can just go edit this page, and then again, insert content, image media from the web, media, paste the embed code. Right now, it does take a little bit of time to be rendered or converted on Google Drive. So there's a bit of processing time. So even if I save this, it might not play right away. Yeah, it's going to spin until it's actually ready to go in Google Drive. All right, where's it go in Google Drive? Let me go to my Google Drive. Really, it would go at the root level in a folder called Screencastify. So I look down here, I see a folder called Screencastify. I actually organize my stuff a little bit differently so I don't have a ton of stuff on my root level. So I put it in my G Suite folder under apps and extensions, and there's Screencastify right here. And my recording from right now, this is where it is. All right. There it is. So it looks like it's already been rendered. So it should now show in there it is. So now I have that in Schoology. So I like the way that works. You have the link, the embed code available right away. It automatically goes to Google Drive. You have the ability to do a little, I guess, some trimming here. So I can trim this if you wanted to. I'm not sure whether the tools are here, but you can download it, obviously. So anyway, there's Screencast. It's the editor, open an editor. You have a 3-day trial of that. That's only for the paid version. So there's Screencastify. So that one or Loom both work pretty similarly. A few extra features here that are nice for Screencastify. me get out of that. And now we're going to get to Screencast-O-Matic. So let me talk about that for a second. I don't remember if I already said this, but it was purchased for all staff and students. It's a pretty robust tool. You can do a lot with it. And right now, the techs are setting it up, and you only have access to the free version. They should have the, I did mention this already, the paid version soon. But this is there's a full editor associated with it. Lots you can do with this. Like I said, I've only had it a few days, so I don't know all you can do, but we're going to play around with this one now. So let me go back to this tab here and Screencast-O-Matic. So I'm going to get a new tab here, and I have I made a shortcut to it. Sign in with Google. You'll get a link that says to open up with your FCPS account. I've already done that, and here I am now in the full version. I click on my name, my initials here. I'll see Solo Premiere. If I go to my test account, let me pull this over here and go to Screencast-O-Matic. So here I am in the same place on my test account. Click on my name, I just see free user. That's what you'll see for right now. You don't have the editor. You can use it, but you don't have all the tools that really make it powerful. So let's take a look at this now. I'm going to do a recording. So let's go to Launch Recorder. And by the way, this works really well on desktops. It works okay on Chromebooks. You can do a screen recording, but you don't have any of the powerful tools that you have with the desktop version. And I know they're changing it soon. I don't know if they're getting rid of the extension that you use to use Screencast-O-Matic on a Chromebook, or if they're beefing it up. But something is changing in the next few months to make it a lot better, apparently, on a Chromebook. But I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, so a desktop is a way to really use this at this point, though, or a laptop, but not a Chromebook. So let's go launch the recorder here. Let me go to Schoology. All right, so at this point we have you record your screen, webcam, or both. I'll do both here. Size, you can pick a size to record. I'll leave it at 720. Narration, so it's testing on my microphone. That's good. All right. And you have some preferences here as well. I can have a pause, like a shortcut for pause, Alt-P for pause if I wanted to. I could change that. Other things that you can do, where's a control bar, and so other customization features you have here. You cancel that. You have a drawing tool. So if I click on this drawing tool, I get some tools here to draw. When I'm in draw mode, I can't interact with the website or the thing that I'm recording, so I can't click on assignment A here. But I can, do a freehand draw, erase that. I can do lines and arrows. You have boxes and ovals, and you have highlight. Let's see what else. Speech bubbles and an area to write some text. All right. So those are some of the tools built in. I can change the I think this is the brightness or the transparency. You can change hide cursor while drawing, so it wouldn't show the cursor of the that's on the web page. So different features you can mess around with here. But anyway, let me turn this back off by clicking right here again. And I'm going to record something. And let's say record how to make an assignment, and then we'll go play around with it in the editor. So here we go. All right, let's take a look at how to create an assignment in Schoology. So you click Add Materials, Add Assignment, and you put a title up top. So title goes here. And then you have this description area. If I just turn on my tools, you won't see these tools in the video, but you'll see them as you're messing with them. Let me do a box. And you have this description area where you can enter all the information about the assignment. One thing that's helpful is this Insert Content button. And so you can see how this works. I can just keep on going and annotate and talk more and whatever with this. So when I'm done, I say create, but let me stop here at this point, and I'll hit the pause button, and I can continue on if I want to keep on going, but I'm just going to say done at this point. All right, so now you get the ability to upload it right to Screencast-O-Matic. I can save it right to my Google Drive and Screencast-O-Matic at the same time, or I can edit the video. Let's go to edit video. And if I do either one of these, if I do this one, I can go right to edit anyway. Let me just show you that. My other screen again. All right, so I'm now in this right here. I can upload to Google Drive, save as a video file on your computer, or save it in Screencast-O-Matic. I want to edit this instead. So this is the built-in editor. A lot of cool features you can do here. So first thing is, so you have your editor bar down here. Now, in a lot of video editors, you have the multiple tracks. They do it differently. They have a single track, and I'll show you how this works. It's a little confusing at first, but once you get used to it, it's actually pretty easy. I'm used to the multiple tracks, so Wevideo works better for me. But just starting with this might eventually get to be the point where I'm a lot more proficient with this than Wevideo, perhaps. But let's start with the webcam. So I'll click on the webcam, and I want to modify this so I'm not off to the side here. I want to be in the center. So let me change this a bit. I'll change this and move it around, and there we go. All right. I also want to shrink this down. Oops, that's not the way to do it. I had to get out of that first. So click off of that. Now I can click here and shrink this down. All right. So you can adjust this as you'd like. Options, I can remove color. So let's say I had a green screen behind me. All right. I can hit remove color. And which color do I want to remove? I click this eyedropper, and I don't have a green. So if I hit any color, it's going to remove more than I'd like. But you can see how that would work. I could remove the green around me and leave just myself there as a floating head without all the background there. You have the tolerance to be more specific with what you're grabbing, but obviously I don't have a good background that allows me to remove anything. So I'll just leave it as it is. Layering. So this is how Screencast-O-Matic handles the multiple tracks, or one way. So you have layering. So if I look here, I have three components to this video right now. I have the main video, I have the cursor that goes around, that shows what I was doing on the screen, and I have the webcam. So this order shows how they are layered. So the main video is at the bottom. The cursor then is on top of the main video, and the webcam is on top of that. So if I move my cursor over to this part of the screen, it would go behind the webcam. If I wanted the cursor to be on top no matter what, I could drag the webcam down, and now the cursor would, if I moved over here, would actually show the cursor in the video. It would show on top of the webcam. All right, normally you wouldn't want things covering yourself up, so we'll leave it that way. But that's how you deal with the layering or the different tracks kind of in a video. All right, let's leave that alone. And there's other things you can play around with here. There's a opacity, transparency, I guess. You could turn off your webcam entirely. All right, so it's done with that. So let's start playing around with the actual video itself. And it's kind of cool the way this works. Everything is right here. No matter where you are in your timeline, you have your tools here to do different things. So I'll go through these and hit a bunch of them. Oh, let me finish up over here first. Some more things. I want to get some music in here, so it's not just me talking. Let me get the volume to create an assignment in Schoology. Get the volume turned up here so you can hear it. And move the timeline back. Oops, back here. So I want to get some music in there. Hit the music button, and let's go to acoustic maybe, and you can listen to them. Happy mood. All right, let's throw this one in there. All right, so I just click on it, and it's importing the audio, and if I Where's the audio? There it is. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's in there now. Now, if I want to change the volume of that, I click on this button right here. I can change what I pulled in, but I can also click right here to change the volume. I want the volume to be louder or softer. You have ducking, which means it reduces the volume when you're talking and makes it louder when you're not talking. You have a fade in and fade out, and other things here. But if I want this to be a little bit quieter for the music, I can just go down a little bit and let me play this so you can hear it live. All right, let's take a look at how to create an assignment in Schoology. So a lot quieter. Add assignment. You can see it getting louder on the timeline there. All right. All right, there we go. All right. Hopefully you could hear that well. I think I have someone trying to join the meet. Let me look at that real quick. Nope. Oops. All right. So there's that. You also have captions. So this does closed captioning. Wevideo does not do it automatically. You can add manual captions, but it does not do it automatically. This is a nice thing that if you need to do captions, this is by far the better tool to use. So hit this captions here. You can do it automatically where it'll convert it for you. Whatever you said, it actually goes to Google and uses Google's speech-to-text engine. So it does a pretty good job. You can do blank captions where you put your own stuff in, or you can upload a file. If you had a document text file that has all the captions, you can upload that and it'll have that that text in there. But speech-to-text is probably how I would do it. Let's give it a try here. I have not done this yet, but okay, so there it is. Let's take a look at how to create an assignment in Schoology. This is what I said. And you can, I'm sure, edit these. Yep. So I can edit as I go, and it's still working here. So not too bad. Okay. So let's see what that looks like now. All right, let's take a look at how to create an assignment in Schoology. So you click Add Materials. So assignment. So certainly you'd have to to correct some of that text there, but pretty good to have that captioning built in like that. So this, like I said, this is the tool that I think we have available for you now to do captioning if it needs to be done. All right. Let's say let me go back here now. I have that done. So let's say I want to do some stuff with this. So I want to cut part of this out. So let's say I'm going along here and I realize that this part right here is no good. So I want to get rid of this. I put my cursor where I want. I go to Tools, Cut, just drag to the right. Whoops, I missed. Drag to the right, and I'll get rid of this section right here. Hit OK, and that part's gone. However, they call this, I think this screencast method called non-destructive editing. So anything you do, you can undo. So I'm over here. I can see that mark there where that cut was. If I come back to that mark, I can click this right here and remove that cut. And everything's back the way it was. All right, let me do it again. It leaves your last tool there, so let me cut that again, hit OK, and now that's cut out again. All right, let's say I want to do something else here. Let's go to my tools again, and I want to copy a certain section and paste it elsewhere in the video. Maybe I had an intro, and I want to come over here and copy that intro, and I don't know, paste it again at the end. So Tools, I'll copy a section, drag that, and I want to copy that part right there, say OK, and then I can come where I want to go. If I say Insert Paste, I think it gives me the option to put it where I want to go. Yeah, put it where you want it. I want to put it at the end, and hit OK, and it just added that section at the end. All right, there's copy paste. Let's look at some more things you can do here. I can hide the cursor of the webcam. So I want the webcam off for a certain point in time. Maybe I'm doing something down on this part of the screen and the webcam's covering it up. Maybe I want to hide that for a second. So I'll say Tools, Hide, Webcam, and just drag that for a couple seconds, hit OK. And now if I play this, webcam's gone. All right. I'm going to do something in the same spot here to show you how it works when you have multiple things in the same spot. So let's do Tools again. And I'm going to insert a video. I want to have a video playing within the video. All right, so I can either have one from my computer. I'm going to pick one of their stock ones. They have a pretty good selection of stock videos and images and other things. So I'll click, I can either do a new recording if I wanted to, or pull an existing one that I have within Screencast-O-Matic. I can insert a pause. Maybe I want to have the video pause for a while I talk, so it'll freeze on a frame while the narration continues. It says the record can pause audio as well there, but let's do video. I'll go from the library, from their library, and I'll just grab, what do you got here? What's this guy doing? Counting money for his dog. Okay, let's just put that one in for the heck of it. All right, so I'll click on that one and send to editor. All right, put your cursor where you want it. I want it right there. Hit OK. And now that video is right there. So I want to do a few things with this first. Let me actually just play this. Go back here and play. Take a look at how to create an assignment in Schoology. All right, that's not good. So what I can do here now is this. Shrink this down. Put that somewhere else here and hit OK. And I want to make sure I have the layers correct. So layering the well, I just did this earlier today, but you should be able to get that video. So it's just a window on the rest of the video. And one of you watching probably knows what I should be doing here. But anyway, I'm going to move on. So I could have this in a corner of my video as opposed to covering it all up. All right. Oh, what did I do there? I shrunk the wrong one down, perhaps. Well, anyway, let me move on. All right. All right. So let's look some more tools here. Narrate. Let's say I want to replace a section. I don't like how I narrated this part. I want to re-record it. I can say Tools, Narrate, and I want to narrate over this section right here. because I didn't like how I recorded that. I'll say start, and I have a little recorder here to, it shows me what's happening and allows me to record. So I can record over this. And this is my new recording to show how the description area works. All right. All right. Let's try that again. Recording, so I'm recording something new here. Oh, I just didn't hit done. All right, over here is done. All right, now I have the new recording there, and I had some blank space, so there's a blank space that's still left at the end of that. All right, so this is how you do a voiceover. More tools. Maybe I want to replace a part of the video or freeze a frame. That's what I meant earlier, freeze frame. That would freeze that one frame while the narration continues. So I mentioned that wrong earlier. I can speed up a section. So maybe this section, I'm doing some stuff where I want to really speed it up. Somewhere I don't need to narrate, you need to see it. So tools, speed up. I want this section sped up to 4 times faster. You see I just shrunk it down there. And now if I play that part, the audio goes away when you speed up a section. But now see it zipping real fast through that area of the video. All right, there's speed up. And you can put transitions in and deal with the volume. So that's a quick look at Screencast-O-Matic. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple days, so I don't know all you can do with it. And but it's pretty cool, pretty powerful with the editor. Overlays are, I didn't mention that, but overlays are anything you want to insert, an image. This is important blurring. Let's say you had something in your video you needed to blur, right? Maybe right here I had a student's name there in my screencast. So I can say tools, insert, overlay a blur. I pull that where I want it and drag it out to where I want. And you can change the how much blur you have. So a little bit of blur, a lot of blur, it's entirely gone at this point. All right, but Maybe I want to leave it like that. All right. And fade in, fade out, layering, so all that, as we mentioned earlier. So, all right. So pretty powerful. When you're done, I'm done here. I can upload to Google Drive, upload to Screencast-O-Matic. Let's go to Drive here, and I can give it a name here. So it's recording 9. Let me just change this to Screencast-O-Matic. All right. And that changed there. Folder, where do I want to put it in my drive? So I can pick a folder. I'll leave it at the root level for now. Sharing, you can even define the sharing here. Public on the web, private. So any private, this would be anyone with a link is private. But public on the web, you probably don't want to do that. So this is a good default. Quality. So higher quality, lower quality. If you have a lot of text that students need to read in the video, you probably want to go with a higher quality. I'll leave it like this for now. And then publish. All right. And it's going to my Google Drive now. I just say continue in the background. Or actually, I'll just stop it. Well, yeah, it'll be in my Google Drive. I put it into Schoology at that point. The same way I showed you earlier about how to get a Google file. I'll just stop publish at this point. All right. There's Screencast-O-Matic. All right. So now I'm going to show you Wevideo. And this one, like I said, I have more experience with Wevideo. So I'm going to show you I don't know how experienced you are with it, but it's I learned some stuff yesterday during a webinar, or during that conference. So let's take a look at Wevideo. All right, so log in Google, and we have 15,000 licenses now for the county. We had 10,000 up until this year, so I had to continually manage our users to remove the old ones and the ones who hadn't used it in a couple of years, and to stay under that 10,000 limit. We have 15,000 now, which should be no trouble to stay under that limit. So here we go. So I'm going to start a video and just say start editing. Now you can create projects and all as well, where you have collaborative work being done here, but this is we're looking more at you for screencasting. So I'm going to make a video about fractions for my 2nd, 3rd grade students, let's say. All right. So I pre-recorded something to put in there, but this, if I go to My Media, you have the record option here. And this is a full-fledged screen recorder, webcam recorder, and also I can hit record. You have webcam, screen, or both. I'll hit both. I'll just do webcam for this. Next. And here I am. So I would this is what I'm using to use my phone as a recorder. So start recording. Hey everyone, today we're going to learn about fractions, and I would keep on talking here. I'll stop. And I can play it back to see how it is, record it again. I'll just save it. And now I have this in my it adds it right to my timeline from where I was. All right, but I don't really want that one. I'm gonna get rid of that one out of there. And I don't really need this either because I have the other one recorded, so I'll just delete that. And let's say that this is the one that I just recorded. So I want to put that in my timeline. And I'll put it at video 2. Yeah. Now that'd be good there. Okay. And so I'm going to add a couple of tracks here because as we go along, you'll see why. So I'll add another video track and the 4th video track. All right, and when I did that, I lost some stuff down the bottom. I lost my video 1 track and my audio track. So what I can do is this, to shrink this down a little bit so I see more. All right, and this is a full-fledged editor. Screencast-O-Matic has a neat way of doing it with that single timeline, but I find it gets a little bit too much on top of each other if you try to do a lot of edits and changes. So if you want to do a whole bunch of stuff that's a little more high-end, I think this is probably the better tool, but probably after some time, like I said, with Screencast-O-Matic, I'd get more used to that as well. So I don't want to start with my tongue sticking out. Probably not the best look for the start of a video, so I'm going to come over a little bit here. It's a little better there. All right, not great, but we'll do that. I'm going to clip this right here. Use the clip tool and get rid of that tongue sticking out by just hitting the trash can there, or hit delete on my keyboard. All right, and actually I'm zoomed in way too much, so I'm going to zoom out here. Just drag this down a bit. I'll show about a minute of the video here. There we go. All right. Let me go a little more than that. All right. So I have my video. I recorded something explaining all about fractions. That's great. But I want to make this a cool video, not just me talking. So let's play around here. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I want a little intro to this. So I'm going to go to stock media. They have over 1 million images and videos and other things you can import into your into your projects, into your videos. I'm not sure what's happening here. There we go. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. I want to do, let's start with a background, actually. All right. And I'm going to put in, let's go with this one here. Oops. There we go. I had it overlapping myself. And I want to put some text on this. This will be the start of my video. I want to put some text on there to introduce it. So let's go to text. And I want motion text. I can do static or in season or call outs. I'll do some motion text. And I think the one I want is down the bottom here. Let's use this one here. All right, that'll be my intro. So I'm going to put that down here. Now, again, layering, because this is on top of this layer, this will appear on top of the background. So let me double click it to edit it. And I want to say, today in Mr. Ainsley's class. And secondary text is going to be learn about fractions. All right, that's good. I'll save that. So I have a little intro slide here. All right, I'm going to shorten that down to maybe, let's get it down here, maybe 7 seconds or so. I'll put myself up along that. All right, and let's do more here. I'll back on backgrounds. I have a frame here. I'm going to put in this blob frame. And I'll extend that out as well to here. And so let's see what happens now. A little blob there. Let me get the text up into that frame there. So I'm going to go into this one. And right here is the option to transform that. So I can make it a little smaller. I can move it up. So now I have that in the blob. All right. Back here, I can also change the font if I wanted to, the size. So the coloring, if I want this, instead of this to be a orange bar, I can change it to be, a different color. All right, let's leave it as orange there. All right, but anyway, that's good. So now I got a little intro in the blob. I need some music on this. So let's go to audio, and I can click on one to hear them. I'll just put this one in. All right, let's take a look now. My start of my video now. Hey everyone. All right, so I need to mod. I don't want the audio going full blast all the way through my video. So I also don't want to start out with a big hit. So I'm going to kind of fade this in. So if I click on this blue line here, I can add transition points. So I'm going to start low and zoom in and fade in quickly. When I get to here, I want it to start fading out. So I'll drop this down. Let's go to like 6%. I do want to play through the whole video though. So let me go to the end of it. And let me shorten this down. I don't need 220. All right, now we're in range here. All right, so let me bring this down as well to 6%. All right, and I want to have this fade out, this blob and this, I want all three of these to fade out. There might be a way to do it all at once, I don't know, but I want to fade out right all together right around there. So if I hit this button right here, I can do the same thing. I can fade that out, click on this one. I'll click that little bar and fade out that one as well. And this one, the bar, and fade out this one. All right, let's see what we got now. Hey everyone, today we're going to learn about fractions. All right, so we got a little intro done now, and I can save this. I could just save that intro as a video itself, and then start other videos from that. So I can always have the same intro. Maybe it's, you have a certain theme you want to have that you always use in your videos. Well, create that theme, save it, and you can then create other videos as a copy of that video. All right, but I don't like my big old head here. I want to put myself in a little window off to the side. So I'm going to show you how this, how the green screen works without having a green screen. So let's do this. I'll put a news set here. So let me go to stock media, and I'll do news, green screen. All right, let's take a look here. Maybe I'll use this one, I guess. So I'll just pull this one down, and I want myself to appear in this little window. So what I'm gonna do is this. If I double click it, open it up. Right here, this tool, I believe right here is the color king. So this is the way to remove a certain color. So I want to pick the eyedropper and remove the green. When I do that, you see that this part's gone and whatever's below it, which is part of my video, is now coming through. So let me save that. So you pick whatever color you want, click on it over here, and it removes it from that image. All right. So with that done, I'm going to go to my video, double click it, and change the size of it. This is the size changer here. Let me shrink it down a bit. Let me drag it over. And there I am inside that little screen now. Save changes. And if I play this, today we're going to learn about fractions. So here I am in this little monitor now, right? So what I want to do is this is a video, so I can't just extend it. I can't click on this and just drag the end. It's full length. Great image there. But I can copy this over and over again for the length of the video. So I can click on it. If I hit Shift T, that's the way to copy. I could right click, copy, paste, but I'll hit Shift T and just drag it again. Let me slide over a bit, and I'll click on this one, drag this one more time. That's good. All right. So now I have that myself in that frame the entire video. And let's do some stuff here now. So I'm talking here. A good way to learn about fractions is thinking about pizza. All right, so let's get some pizza in here. So pizza. I want videos of pizza. There we go. Let's just grab this guy here. I'll put him in. And just thinking about pizza. There we go. All right, so pizza there. I want to shrink that down so it's just a portion of the screen. So I'll double click it, and I'll shrink that down, put it up here, let's say, and I'll have this kind of move down the screen as we go. So I got to the right size. I'm going to go to this animation area here. So it's starting there, ending. I'm going to drag it down to here. So start up there, end down there, and that's good. All right, so I play that. Is thinking about pizza. Now I know you all like pizza. I do too. And what do you do when you have a pizza in front of you? You eat it, of course. Now, a pizza is normally cut into 8 pieces. All right, so I have 8 pieces. I want a picture of a pizza with 8 pieces here. So I'll go out to about here or so. I think so I started saying 8. Let me go to pizza again, but this time I'll use images. Here's a good one, cut into 8 pieces with 1 piece taken out. extend that out to the length of the video here. All right. And as I keep playing this, so let me go into this one. I want to shrink this down as well. Go back to here, shrink this down. That's good right there. And save that. Now, how much would you? All right, so I'm talking about pizza here. Well, if you take one of those pieces and eat it, you have eaten one piece out of 8. All right, I'm going to put something in here. So we're around 33 is where I said 1 out of 8. So I want to put some text in now. So text, I just want static text. I'll put that down here. And I'll open that up and change the text. 1/8. All right, and maybe I want to make it, instead of white, I'll make the color be red. So probably red's not the greatest. Let me do blue because I think red is not the best for color blind people. So I'll do blue. Shrink this down and put it over here in this white area. It's a little too big. I can change the size down a little bit. Fits a little better there. There we go. Maybe want that bold as well. All right. I have my 1/8 in there. And I know I'm going to talk about 7/8 a little bit later. So I'm going to hit Control or Shift T and copy this over. And I'll go into this one and change this to 7/8. That one I'm going to put, let me put right on top of the, put that one right on top of the pizza. Maybe when I want to have this stand out a little better, I'll put a yellow background on it. There we go. Now it stands out a little better on the pizza itself. All right. So we're close now to what I want. Let me play this here. 1 piece out of 8. 1 out of 8 is 1/8. Now, how much would you have left if you ate 1 piece out of 8? You would have 7 pieces left. 8 minus the 1 is 7. And you have 7 pieces left out of the 8 you started with. So you have 7 out of 8, or 7/8 of your pizza left. That means more to eat to me. All right, so there we go. There's the video. Let me shrink this down just to match up the other ones. And I want to have a little exit now. So I have the video's all done, little exit. So let's go to another text thing. I'll do motion and let's see what we got here. So one that looks PC. Here we go. Bring this one down here. This will be text actually, so I'll put it up here. Send this out a bit. And so what I want to have now is I'll go to this one and put a little title here. So, oops, pizza. All right, there we go. So let me save that. And I'll also put the background from the beginning of the video. I'll put that out here as well. So let me copy this one. Shift T, copy this out to here. All right. And the last thing I want to do is I want to get the sound going up here. So I'm going to click on this, put another point here. I want the sound increasing up here as I finish up the video. And then staying up loud here, and maybe it shrinks down here at the end, something like that, let's say. All right, so now I finished the video. Oops. Let's try that again. I haven't seen that before. And I am done at this point, so it's hopefully this will here. There we go. Left. That means more to eat to me. There we go. So there's the video. All right. So, you know, obviously, you know, I know how to use this pretty well. But to be honest, I learned most of what I just showed you today, yesterday in the conference. But that's a much different video than just having my talking head there. So, you know, the whole thing going through, you have the, you know, an intro, I have it kind of a little more fun with the music there. Put myself in a box using a little bit of green screen tools there. Adding videos in. Right, this is a much more engaging video for the kids than just having a talking head there. So anyway, there's a look at Wevideo, some of the things you can do with it. Hopefully you found that to be interesting, useful. At least maybe you see what your students can do with it. If you don't want to deal with that, it does take some time to learn how to use it. But if I were talking here and just doing this from scratch, I could probably make this whole video in 5 minutes or so, 5 or 10 minutes, which, it's more time to do, obviously, than just having yourself talking. But, this I would think is a lot more engaging for the students to watch than just your head. So, all right. So there's Screencasting. Now, let me finish this up. I want to get this into Schoology now. So I have this video done. I hit finish. Oh, let me get out of here. I forgot to give it a title. So right now it's called My Video. And something you can do is, if you put your cursor, I believe you put your cursor where you want it for the start of the for a little snapshot. If you put it right where you want it, I think it snapshots it when you name it. Let's see. So video, it's a capturing thumbnail, so I guess it did. All right, but let me finish this now. And yeah, you have the option of your thumbnail, which one you want to pick. That's the one that I just had there. SD, if you don't have much text, SD is fine. HD would be better resolution, so either one. It'll automatically save to Wevideo all the time, but I can also add, and you won't see all these. I'm in as the admin for the system for Wevideo, but you'll see Google Drive, so I can add to Google Drive and have it go to both of those. On a video, you can make GIFs out of this instead. So as long as we're saved just as a GIF, you can do that, audio only. But let me export that. And they'll send you an email when it's ready. You don't have to leave this open. I can go back to the editor. And it will just appear in your exports once it's done. All right. And it'll also appear in your Google Drive in a Wevideo folder. So if I go to my drive, it is going to be in my drive in a folder called Wevideo. Again, I move that folder into my G Suite folder. So here it'll be in this folder here. All right. So I'll find it in here once it's done recording. All right. And from there, I can either, I can take it from there and put it right into Schoology the way I mentioned earlier about putting a Google Drive video in. All right. So hopefully that was helpful. I know I spent most time on Wevideo there. I happen to know that one the best. So that's why I spent more time there. But Screencastify is one that you should all have soon. Be worthwhile to learn that, especially if you need to do closed captioning. And I mentioned Schoology or Wevideo does not have a blur feature. However, you can just draw a box over something you want to hide, I suppose. So that's one of the things that I know the Wevideo community has asked them to add. So hopefully that will be there soon. All right. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Kyle.